Fuck, I made myself dizzy. That last head shake wasn't good. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another wonderful episode of the ADHD Gamer podcast. Yeah, it's episode 38. This is take number wonderful 3, I believe, is what the fucking take this is. Last week, we actually did this last week, and it turned out very bad on my part. That was my fault. Of course, it's always usually my fault. The first take with me and Adam, it was the exact same fucking problem. So, yeah, cool. It's wonderful. We've been trying to do this for 3 weeks now, so we'll see if this is cool. So anyways, I am one of your hosts, Mike McMahon, and as always, I'm joined by Mr. Jonathan Franklin.
What's up, ADHD Gamers?
And Mr. Adam Hammonds.
How's it going, guys?
Gentlemen, so we've been trying to do this now for close to 3 weeks. We have not recorded an episode in... God damn it, Rocco. We have not done an episode in about a month, so say. I think it's been about a month.
Right? I mean, we've done episodes. They just never got released.
Yeah, they've just fucked up at this point. I have to leave one ear cuff off of my ears, so because I can't be so far in. I feel like I have to hear what's going on out here. Because if I don't hear what's going on out here, I feel like I'm gonna be something that rhymes with grape. So yeah, yeah. So I don't like that. Anyways, guys, a little housekeeping before we start up here. You guys can find us everywhere. ADHD Gamer Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And, of course, you can find us on podcast services everywhere. We're going to keep trying to do this, guys. We tried to explain this last week. Of course, obviously the episode was bad. We're going to be recording this at random times. Normally, we normally record on a Saturday night and post on Sunday. It is now Monday night, technically Tuesday morning, 12 a.m. We are now recording this because of the way the world is now, and I have a very essential job that I have to be at, and I am working my fucking ass off. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm about to die. I'm tired. It's going to be random, so there could be episodes I'm not on. I explained to Jonathan and Adam today, if you guys ever hear Mike cut out and Jonathan and Adam are still here talking, there's probably a reason for that. I have got a phone call and I have to go. So that could happen, just letting everybody know, because I know people are probably used to hearing a lot of my voice. I know that sounds weird, but yeah. So that could happen anytime. So yeah, this has been a fun time for you guys. How are you doing during your quarantine?
I'm doing good. I'm just fucking staying home trying to do online schoolwork. Other than that, nothing.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
My kids are going to start online school stuff soon.
Yeah, I just got all 3 of the kids set up to do that distance learning, as they call it.
That's what they had. I got a phone call from one of my oldest teachers today, and it's like, hey, we're going to be doing the distant learning stuff soon. Have you guys been getting our... Oh my God, that is my child. She is throwing up. Lately, like she's been, last 3 to 4 nights, it's been literally a throwing up session for my child. I don't know what is going on with her. She doesn't, you know how like when you cough, you're supposed to like cough all the way through and let everything out. She does not cough all the way through. So when she coughs, she sucks it back in. It's a massive problem. I'm going to let you guys, talk real quick. I'm going to go make sure she did not throw up everywhere. I know that's nasty for people, and I'm sorry for that. I'm going to go make sure she didn't throw up everywhere, and I don't have to wash something. So you guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. We're going to talk about how this stuff's been going.
Okay. That's fine. What about you, buddy?
I was in a online meeting today with my class, which getting 16 adults on one video conference is really annoying.
Yeah.
So did that, and then basically we're still don't know what's going on with clinicals, and we can't graduate until clinicals is over.
Mm-hmm.
So teacher said we will hopefully graduate by December, which was not what I wanted to hear.
No, that's not the fucking plan, man. My school just said that we had to do all our shit. Like, they called me on the phone and said, hey, you got any questions about what's going on? I'm like, yeah, what about the summertime? Well, summertime's probably going to be all online too. Well, that fucking sucks because you can't do sign language online very well. But yeah, it is what it is. But start working soon. So I might get COVID.
Yeah, when I heard that today, I talked to Courtney. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try and find a job. You
I
know, all
mean,
these
you might
places
as
are
well.
hiring temporary and seasonal stuff.
Oh yeah. I had a friend tell me, he's like, if you're looking for a job, I'll hook you up at Walmart. Ain't no big fucking deal. I'm like, I don't want to work
Gentlemen,
there.
will y'all keep going for about 5 minutes? I have to go. I'm gonna go give her some mucus medicine. I'm pretty sure that is probably the problem. Go for about 5 more minutes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, master. No, man, dude, this whole thing is fucking blows. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. I feel like I need to get out there and work and go do what I need to do. And luckily, they called me today and were like, "Hey, you mind coming on Wednesday? Fucking on it. I'll do it."
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
People in my class are like, "Oh yeah, my job's hiring. My job's hiring." I go, well, it's like I'll let you know because I'm, you know, it's a better use of my time than just sitting at the house. I guess I've been productive and done a little, you know, house husband work, but
Yeah. Are your like online meetings meeting at like the right time? The normal time you would be in class?
no. Well, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, the meeting today was at like 11 o'clock, so like it wasn't terrible. It was just kind of a weird. Like I slept in, but like I had had breakfast. I'm like, now I'm hungry, but I can't cook yet or go get food because I have a meeting coming up.
Yeah.
That, and I've been eating a lot lately, so I'm gonna gain some more weight. And the gym's closed.
Quarantine? Jesus.
Yeah. Going through all my quarantine snacks.
Dude, man. So
a
much
dozen
taken
cookies
out
by
food.
myself in a day.
Yeah. It's super easy when it's right there in the next room, man.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking great.
So what have you been playing? Have you been playing?
Actually, I hopped on Call of Duty Warzone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I listened to the advice, and I've actually been having a fucking great time. At first, when I first started playing it, it was kind of shitty. Like, just because I was
a learning
dying.
curve.
Yeah. It's just there's a lot of fucking use on your keypad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of, like, you know, you're going all
And I
fucking
still
like
fuck
that.
it up.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I join up with random people, so like some people are very vocal and like are good with their call outs or just, you know, fun people to hang out with for, you know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And other people are like just dead silent, which I can't complain because I do that sometimes. I'm just the whole match, and that like the very end, I'm like, there's a guy to your left. And they're like, whoa.
Deep voice coming through. That's awesome. Dude, it's a good game though, man. Like, I wasn't sure. It's more like PUBG, like, you know what I mean? And
but I liked PUBG. I didn't like Fortnite due to the building aspect.
I still have not played Fortnite, not even once.
I played.
Like, I want to play it just to see.
Like my nephew, he plays it. He's 12, and he like absolutely loves it. And he was like, "Oh, did you ever play?" I'm like, "I played it when like first came out." He's like, "Oh, so you're a veteran?" I'm like, "No, I played it when it first released, and that was it."
Yeah.
Like, oh. He's like, "Well, hop in, I'll carry you." I'm like, "No, I'm okay.
I'm not doing that shit. No, fuck you. That's awesome. What else? What you been playing, dude?
I have been playing a lot of stuff on my Switch. I finally played through and beat Pokemon Sword. Told you guys that last week, but obviously the audience didn't hear. And then I downloaded Animal Crossing just because all the hype, but not necessarily my cup of tea. So I have it there if I ever get bored. But today I started playing Skyrim on the Switch, and it runs really well.
Really?
Yeah, like it runs great.
I wouldn't expect that.
And then I was telling Mike on the phone, or when he called, that they have an amiibo function, kind of like Breath of the Wild. So if you scan in Zelda themed amiibos, you can get a special chest drop, and you have a chance to actually get and wield the Master Sword and the Hylian shield.
Mm-hmm.
So I used my little cheat device and used a bunch of amiibos to get those, and it's really cool running around with the Master Sword.
I literally played it specifically for that. I played it like all of maybe 15 minutes just so I could use my amiibos and get my fucking Hylian shield and my Master Sword and the getup, and that was it.
Yep, loved
and
it.
then I
It
just
was
stopped
great.
playing it. Wasn't worth it to fucking keep playing it because I played it so many damn times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did the whole enchantment potion trick to like crazy overload the system to get like crazy stats.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm just playing it just for kicks and like have like a trillion health and like do like 1,000,000 points of fire damage, and it's just fun. I'm level like 30 and I have like just killed the first dragon.
Nice.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Yes, my I had to give her some mucus. I'm pretty sure that all that mucus is starting to build up because most of everything she's been throwing up is just, you can tell, it's straight mucus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a problem the last 3 nights. Where are we at?
We were just talking about what we're playing.
Okay, Adam, I'm guessing you talked about Skyrim. I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right, John, did you discuss anything you've been playing?
Warzone. I played Code Veronica and some other stuff. So.
Okay.
But mainly Warzone.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, everybody. Had to take care of my child. Parents' job never dies. I've been playing still more Assassin's Creed Odyssey when I get the chance. About 100 hours in now, and I haven't finished the main story just because of that world is so fucking big and so crisp and things to do, and it's definitely turned into a top two for top 2 of a favorite for me. It's probably actually my favorite Assassin's Creed ever. Black Flag's definitely a close second, and then of course Origins. Bayek was great. I loved Origins. But yeah, I'm trying to finish that because April 10th comes. Final Fantasy VII Remake will be here, and that's all I will be doing. I actually took off work April 8th, 9th, and 12th. So that's what I will be doing. I plan on putting that whole game into those 5 days. I've actually already talked to Kirsten and told her that we are not doing a damn thing next weekend because that's all I'm doing. I don't want to be bothered. Don't fucking ask me to go anywhere. I've been waiting since 2015 for this. So that's how that's gonna go. Actually, technically, I've been waiting since 1997 for this. So that's how that's gonna go. So that's gonna be very, very exciting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's about it. Actually, there's gonna be a story about that in a little bit. It's rather interesting.
I love the freaking demo. That was pretty fucking badass.
The demo was great. The demo, a lot of people hated it. They hated the combat. They didn't think it was what they thought it was gonna be. And all this good stuff, and it's definitely everything. If you are a true fan of Final Fantasy VII, you are a true thing of I don't even know how to explain this. If you are a true fan of the series Final Fantasy period, and then you love Final Fantasy VII, maybe is your favorite, this will hit the spot to me. It definitely hit me in a spot to where I played through it 4 or 5 times, and I played it on every difficulty. I loved it. I loved every bit of it, and I can't wait. I actually just played it again today before I went to work for a little bit. I mean, it wasn't much. It was probably like 10 minutes of it, but I got a little bit of time in before I went to work today, and I've literally been playing it like every day if I can, just to get ready for what's about to hit. Because like I said, I'm gonna go fully into it and just play it for probably 12 hours a day. Is what's about to happen.
People bitching because it's not turn based, or they don't like the action?
No, because you can make it turn based. There is a mode.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
There is a mode. I could be wrong, but I mean, I know I'm not wrong. By the way, there is an anonymous goose in our Google Docs. I just wanted you guys to know that the goose is alive. I just wanted you guys to know that. I seen that up there, and I was like, oh, there's a goddamn goose. But anyway,
what's up?
The one of you is the goose is what it's saying.
I believe John is the goose.
Is John the goose because you are the crow.
Anonymous crow?
Yeah, John is the goose. All right, cool. So
makes sense.
It's in the full game. I know they said they have a classic mode, and I don't remember what classic mode is. I believe classic mode is let me see here. Final Fantasy VII Remake classic mode. Yeah, so there is a classic mode, and classic mode is basically it's turn-based. Yeah, it says right here. This is a story from Polygon on September 14th. Players. Let me see here. Players who opt for classic mode won't have to worry about the action side of the combat system, Square Enix said, and can instead focus on selecting commands, making it possible to play Final Fantasy VII Remake as if it were a classic menu-based RPG. So yeah,
nice.
Classic mode is basically the turn-based, and I may play it as both, knowing me. It's gonna be a fun system, and I can't wait for it.
Did you get to play? Speaking of demos, did you play the Resident Evil 3?
I did not.
Demo?
I instead played Predator Hunting Grounds because they had a Predator. They had a Predator Hunting Grounds trial this weekend. Yes, it was surprisingly fun. I played a total of 3 games. The only reason I played a total of 3 games over 2 days is because the fucking queue times were horrible. The queue times were so bad. I had 10-minute queue times. I had 15-minute queue times. So I got out of that game as much as I could. And it was fun. What I got into, it was fun. When you had somebody that was playing a good Predator, it was a blast. Yes, it was fun. The cool thing, I didn't know what was going to happen, was there's going to be crossplay between PS4 and PC. There is actually
nice.
There is, because it's going to be on the Epic Store. There is actually a crossplay feature inside the settings. So I checked that out, and I checked the game out. It was fun. It was a blast. Played with one of my brother's friends and had a really good time. Yeah, it was a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 drops this week, I believe. So we're gonna the reviews are already out, and the reviews look good. Reviews are already pushing 9s. Well, IGN gave it a 9. The roundup was up there. I had it on my Twitter a minute ago. Let me see something real quick. Talk amongst yourself real quick, and I'll tell you.
It was a really kind of like it fucked me up a little bit. Like when I first saw Nemesis in there, I lost my shit.
I know a lot of people. A lot of people are actually in the midst of hating it. A lot of reviewers are really not liking it right now. But well, you only played a demo. They played the whole game.
Right.
I'm saying
the demo's obviously not the same. Gonna see the same thing as the game. Like, didn't match up any story or nothing.
Well, I don't know if the story is what the problem is. I think a lot of the problem is the fact of, from what I take from a lot of people, Nemesis is the problem. Because like the Nemesis gameplay worked in those PS1, PS2 days, but they didn't really change anything from the Nemesis gameplay in 3, from what everybody is saying. And they're like, IGN gave it a 9, Game Informer gave it a. This is from Nibel at Nibelian on Twitter. Easy Allies gave it an 8.5. WCCF Tech gave it 8.5. Destructoid 8. Rely on Horror 6.5. GameSpot a 6. PC Gamer a 58. US Gamer a 3.5 out of 5. VG247 a 3.5 out of 5. The Metacritic is at an 80 right now, with 29 critics, and the Open Critic is at an 82 from 27 critics right now. That's as of right now. I guess they're from what people were saying, the story's fine. Like it's a 5.5 hour story. It's a 5.5 hour, 6 hour game. It's a 5.5 hour, 6 hour game from what people are saying. I have heard people say they beat it in 5.5 hours. I've heard people say they beat it in 6. Or reviewers so say. So there ain't no telling. I mean, it's probably not going to be something I'm going to play, because Nemesis looked like he was a fucking beast, and from what I've seen in the gameplay, he follows you literally everywhere and will not let you leave the area. Like that would stress me the fuck out.
In the demo, he is just on your ass constantly.
That's what it looked like. Yeah,
it's not fucking awesome, we'll say, but it's definitely enough to keep you on your toes all the freaking time. Right. So you're gonna freak out at every damn thing that turns around.
And see, I don't remember him being like that in the Dreamcast and PS1 and originals. I don't remember him being like all in your ass like that. Like, I remember him carrying around a rocket launcher and stuff in later levels, but I don't remember him being like all up on your ass like back like that.
I remember he pops up a lot, and he just starts running around and chasing after you, like, especially if you idle too long. But in the demo, he was aggressive as fuck.
I mean, he's definitely worse than Mr. X. Like, he is definitely a worse enemy than Mr. X. I mean, Mr. X, there was a story a while back about how Nemesis could go into, like, typewriter rooms and save rooms. Yeah. I guess that came out.
A few.
That's came out to be false, and it's because they're not actual safe. They're not all so different than Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. There are typewriters in certain rooms, but they are not safe rooms. There are certain safe rooms, but these are not safe rooms. So that's why Nemesis could get in. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, the reviews are looking good. I mean, there's a couple, like I said, there's a couple people I trust in there that gave some good reviews on it. So yeah, it's just kind of weird that you see a couple of them.
Only thing I don't like about him is he looks like he's got some weird ass fucking skin wrap over his face, and I think the old school, like the staples on the forehead going up, like, looks a little bit better.
It was kind of a weird thing. I was kind of wondering if they gave what's the word I'm looking for here? If I need to find out if the same team that remade Resident Evil 2 made this, because if so, it could have been a product of being rushed out the door, type thing. Because if they just finished Resident Evil in let's say January of last year, and then they had to hurry up and hop into Resident Evil 3, and Resident Evil 3 is dropping a year and 2 months later. I mean, that would be a thing. I wouldn't think that Capcom would be that dumb to do that, but you never know.
I mean, especially with this COVID-19 bullshit, like I'm sure they really had to finagle some stuff to get it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's different things that, I mean, we got a couple stories that are talking about games that are I'm pretty sure are because, I mean, the whole situation of COVID is screwing a lot of things up, not just the world, but I mean, it's hopping into the game industry now. I mean, it's doing a lot of things, and don't get me wrong, I please understand when I say this, I understand there are a lot more important things than video games. It's just it's now getting into something that we enjoy and that we talk about a lot. Yeah, okay, well, we'll just go ahead and well, I guess we didn't ask Adam. Adam, did you do anything on Resident Evil 3 demo?
Nope. I honestly can't tell you the last time I played a Resident Evil game, or if I even played a Resident Evil game.
Okay. I played a little bit of 2, and then my save was fucked up, which is my own fault. I blame myself for that. I'm gonna replay 2 eventually. I just don't know when I'm gonna have time. 3, I may replay. I think the whole thing about 3. The last thing I'll say about 3. If 3 does not get reviewed well, or it doesn't do well on the market, I don't know if there will be any more remakes. The next one I could see them I don't think they're going to remake 4. I really don't think they're going to remake 4.
Sincerely doubt that.
4 is still playable. 4 is still playable to this day. The only thing that sucks is the modern right stick movement is not there. 4 is still playable.
I think it would be
Code Veronica. Code Veronica is what I was thinking is probably going to be what's next. If they do it, it'll be Code Veronica.
I agree.
Would be the next one, I would think. But they're gonna have to get Resident Evil 8 out eventually. I mean, I feel like these 2 were literally just like, I think 2 was there. I think 2 had always been planned. I think they were literally like, hey man, 8's not ready. What are we gonna do? Oh, we need to get something. We need to get something out there for these people. And they're like, oh, why don't we just remake 3? Nemesis wasn't always the best game, but we could remake it, and maybe that gives us a little bit of time to finish up 8. So say, I think that's how this situation was, because I don't really ever remember anybody asking for a 3 remake. But
I mean, after 2 came out, I saw a bunch of stuff.
I mean, because there's always a fan base. There's a fan base for every game, bad or good. Right. I mean, there's a fan base for give me a game. I'm a Lollipop Chainsaw fan. That game is actually really bad, but it's really fun. There is from a gameplay standpoint, that game is bad, but from a gameplay standpoint, that game is fun. So it's that kind of thing. There's always a fan base for every game. It just depends on who is there. So we'll see. I'm hoping the next one. I'm hoping for your sake and all, of course, the Resident Evil fans. The next one is 8. I'm hoping. For y'all's sake.
I really want to know what happened to Ethan and all that other bullshit from Resident Evil 7, because I thoroughly enjoyed that game, even though a lot of hardcore fans hated it.
Yeah, and I think the main thing a lot of hardcore fans hated was the factor of it being in first person.
Absolutely.
I think that's the main thing a lot of them hated. I can tell you, I got about 5 minutes into it, and it's like, this is a nope from me. Just as soon as I walk in the water and I see a bitch's head pop out of the water, or I see water movement towards me, like, no, you know what? I got better things I could do with my time than piss on myself. I'm pretty solid. But anyway,
it was a thoroughly terrifying game.
That's that, and you know what? I would have hated to play it in VR. I think VR would have been the way I would not have touched that game.
Mine's still sitting here. I'm like, every once in a while, I'll look at my VR headset. Should I? No, you know what? I'll wait. I'll do it another day.
You're not gonna do it.
I'll never do it.
Probably not. All right, gentlemen. Well, let's hop into the news. Adam, I'm gonna give you this first story here, if you wouldn't mind. You actually pointed this one out to me. I didn't even see this in the news here. You pointed this one out to me. I'm gonna let you take this one away, if you would, please.
Alrighty.
Let me know when you're ready for the trailer, so I can get ready. Okay.
This article comes from Games Radar. Mike and I were doing some administrative work.
I love how you call it administrative work.
Mike was doing some administrative work, and I was on a call with him while
Like
I
this
was
is a
surfing
like
the
this
web.
is a company we pay taxes with.
Listen, it sounds professional.
It does actually. Well, I mean, we did go for a more professional look now. So
Correct.
yeah.
So we were doing some administrative work, and I found this on Games Radar as I was surfing around.
Who's it by?
I'm looking at his name,
You want me
Jordan Gerblick.
to say? Thank good, attaboy, good job.
There we go. I didn't want to mess up his last name, but so basically, the studio behind Just Cause, Rage 2, and 2019's Generation Zero are working on a chilling new game. You can check out the new trailer above, or here, or above in Games Radar. But make sure your speakers are turned down a notch for the surprise ending. And Mike, if you want to go ahead and get that queued up.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if you were going to read more in the what you call here. So just so we know, Avalanche Studios. Everybody know who Avalanche Studios is. Avalanche Studios makes Just Cause. They make Rage 2. Generation Zero was not a amazing game, but it was okay at best. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and play that trailer for you, Adam. Is there anything else we need to read before we hop in that article?
Nope. Everything we can cover at the end.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer. You guys ready? You got me queued up on the cord disc on the cord disc
On the cord disc.
on the Discord. Yes. Okay. We're gonna switch it up here. God, look at this. Good job, Michael. All right, so we'll go into this here. Here we go, gentlemen. Ooh, well, Internet Download Manager trying me there. Jesus, fucking YouTube and your ads.
Them ads serious.
Dude.
So
And that is it.
yeah, that was literally
That was it?
So I want you. I'm gonna scroll back here. I'm getting Adam announced this, and when Adam told me this, I looked at this, and I was like, he's like, I'm getting very Skyrim-y vibes, and I was like, I am getting Skyrim-y vibes from this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole situation right here, I'm getting very big Skyrim vibes, and then like you get that, and then it pops open to the to the part of him just blasting bitches, and I can't tell what he's shooting here. You know, it's some kind of monster, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay.
So maybe never mind.
I don't know. I mean,
So-
none of us know. It's kind of just one of those things right now.
That is all we've gotten so far is just that little like 30-second trailer. There is no name for this game yet. We know nothing other than snowy cave with guns and potential monster.
There we go.
Hmm.
Sounds wonderful.
It looks interesting. Yeah.
Is that all you have, buddy?
I mean, honestly, there's for our audio listeners who didn't get to see the trailer, you have a cave in the side of a mountain. Snow is falling. Camera pans closer. Music eerily starts coming up. Get into the blackness of the cage. Stay tuned. Comes up on screen and text, and then you see and hear a gun go off a couple of times, followed by what seems to be a scary monster. So that is all we have and know right now. So I love Just Cause. It's probably one of my favorite game series. And I will stay tuned to see what this is all about.
Awesome, man. I mean, that's
Cool.
It's cool to find out that kind of stuff. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hop into the next story here. I'll take this one. Obviously, this one comes to us from Austin Wood over at Games Radar. This was a cool thing that I had seen, especially with us and the kids and everything being at home right now. Microsoft and Mojang released a free Minecraft education pack to help kids stuck in quarantine. This was a really cool thing. I'm going to read a little bit of this here from Austin Wood. Microsoft and Mojang have released several free Minecraft education lessons in an effort to entertain and educate some of many school kids who are currently missing classes due to coronavirus lockdowns. These lessons were pulled from or based on the education edition of Minecraft, which many schools use in traditional classes. A collection of 10 lessons can be downloaded from Minecraft Marketplace for free via the new education category. These include a replica of the International Space Station, a robot-aided coding course, a tour of Washington, D.C. landmarks, marine biology, Greek history, and more. These lessons are now live and will be free to download through June 30th. So this whole thing right here is super fucking cool. If you have kids that are into video games, into Minecraft, period, this is super fucking cool. I bought this for Addison on her Switch, and she did the International Space Station one, and it's so cool to see how they built the International Space Station. Of course, these are developer made; these are not outside made, and it's so cool to see how they did that, and the kids can go through there and look and do all kinds of. They basically take tours of all this stuff, dude. It is so cool, and it's not much education, but it is stuff for them to see and to see how stuff is. They may not be learning that stuff in school, but it is cool for them to know that type of stuff. So they are technically still learning.
That's what I love about Minecraft. It is literally a sandbox, and you can do anything in it. So,
correct. I mean, just to show you guys, if I can find it, while you guys are talking here, I'll see if I can find some pictures of it. Go ahead, Adam. Go back on what you were saying.
It's really cool, because I see people go in and they will build these awesome, crazy structures and replicas or whatever. And to me, that's just a normal thing in Minecraft. But to, a kid, it's, something they're just now getting into, and it's really cool. And then, oh, look, with enough time and effort, I can build the International Space Station.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really good for kids' creativity.
My kids will eat this shit up, 100%.
Yeah, it's a very cool situation. I'm sitting here looking and trying to look at all this different stuff, trying to find something for you guys. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. So switching back and showing you guys. So this is basically what we're looking at here. Just to give you guys a little bit bigger view. So this is what we're looking at here. This is the International Space Station in Minecraft. You can walk through this thing. Like, you can go into it and walk through this whole thing, and that's so cool. The kids get to see inside of what's actually in space right now, and it's so very cool that they get to do that type of stuff. And Addison has ate this up. Like, she loved it. The Washington D.C. tour is pretty cool. They can go around the monuments. They can go to the White House. That type thing. So that stuff's pretty cool. They may not be able to ever do that in real life, especially after this situation going on now. That type of stuff is cool for them to do, especially in Minecraft, because Minecraft, and probably in all honesty, Minecraft might be the best place to do that at. With Minecraft being the way it is and being basically a freaking big sandbox. Minecraft is more of a blessing than what people actually understand. Like, it's awesome. I never have honestly played it and got into it, but it's freaking awesome what they do in that game.
I've had it on my phone, and it's just making a house similar to your house is still fun as shit. Like, yeah, I really actually enjoyed it. Like, sit there when I'm bored as shit on my phone and just start building stuff, and it's actually kind of nice.
That's awesome. Man.
It's not something I play all the time, though.
No, but I mean, there are people that have. I mean, my brother plays it. My brother played that shit profusely for like 3 or 4 years straight. That's all he played.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple years I was a moderator on a server. Like, it was just
Adam. I don't expect anything less from you. I really don't. The more I learn, the more I lessly expect things when you say them.
Yes. So it was fun to do that, because I actually built like the spawn point and the stuff like that, and
what I was not telling you guys is that I'm sorry I'm yawning, guys. I literally just got off work. I'm fucking exhausted. But what Adam's not telling you guys, this was a Minecraft porn server. So there's a bunch of banging going on in the background.
Listen, I didn't want to give them all the gory details.
What kind of pixelated dick Minecraft porn is? I can't even fathom it.
Have you never built a dirt dick?
I am one of those two is now the episode title. Have you never built a dirt dick, or what in the pixelated dick? One of those two is now the title. I need to write these down before I forget, because that is normally how I can do things. Here, Adam, type those in Discord for me. No, I have never built a dirt dick. No, I have not.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds fucking stupid.
Yes. Fucking dude, I just realized our next story is Games Radar too. Fuck, they're taking off this week.
Oh shit.
John, go ahead and take us away on our next story here.
Okay. So, like Mike just said, games. This story comes to us from Games Radar, by Connor Sheridan. So, anyway, most of you guys know that hospitals are kind of overrun and all that other stuff, and they're running low on their PPE, their personal protective equipment stuff like face masks and all that other garbage. PPE. That's what I was starting to say, but I'm going to read a little bit of the story. So Nintendo did something really cool, and I'm going to share it with you. So Nintendo has donated 9,500 N95 respirator masks to the city of North Bend, Washington, helping out medical emergency services at home of its main North American production facility. Nintendo America's headquarters are located in Redmond, Washington, but its main production and distribution facility is located about 20 miles away in the small town of North Bend. According to the release from the city, Nintendo had previously acquired 9,500 masks as part of an emergency preparedness plan for the North Bend employees. The company reached out to the city's fire and rescue department and donated the masks earlier this week. You may not have heard of it, but if you have ever purchased a Nintendo console in North America before, you've probably benefited from the work of Nintendo's North Bend. As we self-isolate with our Switch consoles and escape to the softer and safer world with our copies of Animal Crossing New Horizons, it makes me feel good to know that Nintendo's helping one of the real-life communities that made it possible.
It's an awesome story. This is another good job Nintendo story.
Hell yeah.
It's another good job Nintendo story basically. I think this is awesome. It's the right thing to do that probably nobody expected anybody to do.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Nintendo. Proud of you guys.
Especially for mad props, as the young kids used to say.
Oh no, Jesus. Okay, somebody was born in the 80s. I believe the new kids would say, Adam, you could tell me because you're a new child. As the new kids would say, my brother always says, "That's Gucci, Nintendo. That's Gucci.
Oh god,
it's Gucci. Good job."
I started using that ironically, and then it stuck.
Adam, if you
That's
ever
how
use
it gets
that,
you.
If you ever use that on my show, you will no longer be part of this anymore.
Promise.
I'm pretty sure he said it before.
Promise. I don't never hear him say that.
I've heard him say Gucci. It's all Gucci before multiple times.
Somebody's gonna.
And I almost laughed my ass off.
Somebody's gonna die today.
Hey, you guys want to hear a fun fact about Nintendo's warehouse in Washington?
Well, I mean, I guess unless you want to save it for later.
Is it they just gave a bunch of N95 masks?
No, actually. I have another one for later. But you guys know Nintendo's character Mario, right?
No,
never heard of
him.
Mario Jumpman Mario.
Never heard of him.
No.
Fun fact, Mario's last name is also Mario. It's kind of weird. But Nintendo decided to name their iconic Jumpman Mario after Mario Siegel, who was the landlord of their first warehouse in Washington. So Italian plumber Jumpman Mario was named after real life landlord Mario Siegel.
Probably racist. Probably looks just like him too.
Nope.
It might.
Looks nothing like him.
Wow.
It's a me.
I wonder if he talks like that with the hand. With the hand there.
With the hand. It's a me, a Mario. Give me the pizza.
That was very racist, by the way.
It was, but that's how he talks.
That was very racist.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, Adam, thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So good job, Nintendo. Keep it going. Maybe more people can learn from Nintendo because I can tell you working at a hospital, working at multiple hospitals, trying to nurses are starting to run out of PPE. They are starting to run out of personal protective equipment. I myself are starting to run out of stuff. Yeah, it's a weird world we're living in right now. What's cracking me up about this whole situation is that the people that have all of the personal protective equipment in the world are the people that don't need it. And I don't mean the mask thing. Having a mask is cool and all. But like people that wear latex gloves all day. And what cracks me up is that I pulled up, so for instance, a story, quick quick thing. I always go to 7-Eleven before I go to work. Always. That's what I do. I pulled up at a 7-Eleven by my house, and before work, and there was this lady pumping gas. And of course, she had these fucking gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not paying no mind to it because it's normal nowadays to see somebody with some latex on. So I seen her pumping gas. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Good job. Good job. You know, you're keeping yourself safe. That gas pump's probably got a lot of germs on it. Cool. Keep yourself safe. Came back out. She was still pumping gas. Got in the car. Sat there for a minute. Was doing something. I was eating something or something. And then I watched her get in the car with her gloves on. Take a sandwich with the glove, same glove, and eat the sandwich with the same glove she just pumped gas with.
Literally, same thing happened to me at Walmart.
And
this won't. Oh my god!
And I looked at this. I looked at this, and I wanted to say something, but then I was like, "It's not my place. If God chooses you, God chooses you. If you're gonna be that dumb, He should probably choose you, because that is very stupid, and you should know. I mean, come on, man. You got to know better than that. You know, it's not that hard to know that. Hey, I should probably change my gloves. You know, it's not that hard.
I've seen that so much lately. It's insane. I literally saw this same circumstance at Walmart. The woman was bitching up a storm with her mask on and her gloves, and she cut us off. And I watched her literally get in her car, touch her thing, and then she reached over and pulled out a bag, looked like McDonald's something, and she grabbed it and ate it.
Yes, I've
with
seen
the
that.
gloves still on.
Dude,
I'm like, that's literally just what happened. I feel like we were in the same place.
I've seen it happen with bags of chips. I have seen it happen with literally, I seen it happen with a oatmeal pie at the hospital the other day. Not by a nurse. A nurse is obviously smarter than this, but I've seen this happen with a patient's like family member. Well, yeah, it all depends on what nurse you get. Yeah, man, this whole situation is crazy. But anyway, back to this. So our next story, Adam, you want to go ahead and take this one? This is a story that broke today.
Yep, this one comes from IGN by a lovely person named Adam Bankhurst.
Oh. What a good name.
I know, right? It says Nintendo reportedly planning Mario remasters for Switch to celebrate Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. In honor of Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary, Nintendo is said to be getting ready a big celebration. Weird wording. That will include plans to re-release most of Super Mario's 35-year back catalog this year. Which is really cool because Mike and I were talking about this the other night during our administrative work.
So just a fun fact for you, Adam. My world's colliding, so I'm not sure. I don't remember talking about this at all.
Yeah. It was also at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you were like,
okay.
Yeah.
Because I have literally been tired for 2 weeks, so I'm not sure what I've talked to you about or what of.
Yes. Just take my word on it. We were talking about it.
Okay, cool.
And I was stating how, because I had saw that, what was it? Doom 64 was on the Switch now.
Oh, never mind. I do remember this conversation.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I really wish they'd port some of the other,
I do remember this conversation.
Good 64 games, especially Mario. As Courtney calls it, Mario Castle, but Super Mario 64.
Are you sure you want to marry her?
I do. What's horrible is I caught myself saying that the other day, and I'm like,
Adam, so I'm going to threaten you again. If you ever call Mario 64 Mario Castle, you are no longer allowed to be on my show. Anyway.
But it is said that they are planning a big announcement that will also include details on the new Super Mario World theme park and the animated Super Mario movie projects that Nintendo was working on with Universal.
So this whole story right here is great, and I can see it happening. It's definitely probably 1000% true. VGC is Video Games Chronicle. Video Games Chronicle is known for, they're kind of like Kotaku when it comes to leaks and things of that nature. They're very well known for that stuff. And also Gamatsu and Eurogamer have also confirmed this VGC's report. So all of those, obviously, if this stuff is being confirmed at this point, it's those. So I'm going to read a little bit of this that you didn't go down, Adam. It's fine. I'll read a little bit of it. But if these reports are accurate, and assuming the games will not be delayed due to COVID-19 or other factors, Nintendo Switch owners will be able to look forward to the following Mario titles in 2020. Super Mario 64, which was, of course, on the N64. Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. I'm hoping that includes Super Mario Galaxy 2 as well. Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, probably my favorite Mario game of all time. Me and John talked about this on a show you were not on, Adam. I've only ever beat one game on my Wii U, and it was Super Mario 3D World. A brand new Paper Mario game, and then other 3D Mario titles. Yeah, man, this is exciting. This is cool stuff. I mean, it needs to happen. I mean, it's been a weird situation for Nintendo this year about like what's going to happen for Nintendo type thing. Like, because nobody knows what's happening for them in 2020. Like, they haven't really announced much that's going on in 2020 for them. Basically, like, we know about Breath of the Wild 2, obviously, whatever that's going to be, and then we know about what's the other one we know about? We know about like Bravely Default, and we know about what's the other one? What's the other big one? There's a fucking big one that I'm missing right now. I know there's a big one I'm missing right now, and I can't think about it. There's a big Switch fucking title I'm missing. I literally was thinking about it today, and I can't think about it. Anyway, it's good, man. This is awesome. This is another good job, Nintendo. Just getting, but the thing is that this is not confirmed by Nintendo, but it is a kind of thing from so many people to where it's like, oh yeah, that's probably happening, and it's cool. Xenoblade, thank you. Xenoblade is Xenoblade's a remake or a remaster. I'm trying to think about what's the big like brand new release. If there is a brand new release that I'm thinking about. Oh, Metroid Prime 4. I'm thinking about Metroid Prime 4, and I'm also thinking about Bayonetta 3. Those were the three I was thinking about. But anyway,
those are on page 2.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this just cool, man. It's awesome. Let's give us. Yeah. And plus, it's cool. It's cool because a lot of the people nowadays that have Switches that are younger probably are not going to play these games because they're stuck on older systems. So if they put these here, the 3D Mario games are, to me, they're all good. So,
well, I've never played Sunshine.
I've never played Sunshine,
and I can't get Dolphin to work on my computer. So it'd be great to go back and play.
After I just modded this GameCube, I can play it. But other than that, by the way, my mod went very well. After modding my GameCube, it is what it is. GameSpot, you're about to play this video on me, aren't you? No, you're not, you bastard. I saved you.
I've been looking into getting a GameCube for that reason.
It's a fun process. Just don't. I mean, if you're not good at soldering, don't fucking solder. I can tell you, I went the soldering way, then I went the non-soldering way. So anyway,
I try and soft mod all my stuff.
That's what I try and do as well. So that's pretty cool, Jonathan. You got anything to say about this Mario stuff?
No, I think it's pretty cool. You summed it up pretty well.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
What is your favorite Mario title?
Me?
Yes.
Super Mario 3D World. That's I say that's the only Mario game I've beat. I know I've beat like Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2. I know I have. I just can't remember it. I was probably too young when I did it. I know I've beat I beat Super Mario World 2 when I was a kid. But probably Super Mario 3D World. I love that game so much. That game is so good. I loved it.
Nice.
John?
It's probably a tie between Mario 2 and Mario 64. Honestly.
I don't think I ever beat Mario 64. I still don't think I have.
Beat it multiple fucking times. That was like, because it was one of the only games I had for the original N64. Not like there was another one, but because it was the only games I had, I tried to 100% it.
Yeah,
all the time. So yeah, it was good.
Okay.
So since you've beat 64 so many times, what does Mario say when he throws Bowser off for the last time?
Oh, don't ask me that. I don't remember what the words fucking said. So goddamn long ago.
Sorry.
No, and I barely read the things.
No, he throws him off, and it's a very common misunderstanding. Everyone thinks he says "so long, gay Bowser."
What?
But yeah,
I don't remember all that.
Yeah, and when he throws off, it's like the little sound clip. It's "so long, gay Bowser," but in actuality, the voice actor says "so long, King of Bowser" or something.
I think "So Long, Gay Bowser" sounds like a wonderful title for this episode. I'm gonna catch shit for it, but it sounds like a wonderful title.
We're moving beyond Dirt Dick and Pixelated Dick.
I don't know. I still like the Dirt Dick thing. That was still a wonderful title name. So John, read this next one. I will say the name for you because you might I don't know if you can say it. Alessandro Barbosa.
Oh, that's an easy name.
Okay,
dude.
I didn't know if
you know me. Spanish names are my thing. You have to when you try to hit on Spanish women all the time.
That sounds very well. You're married, so for one,
I did that one time.
Your wife
It
is
did not
probably
work out
behind
very
you.
Well.
Your wife is probably behind you.
She knows I used to date a lot of Spanish women, but that's all right. All right,
Fucking
so like you said, GameSpot.
Not GameStop.
This comes to us from Alessandro Barbosa, and I'm going to read a little bit of this article. So, a remaster of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is indeed real, according to a PSN listing in Germany, now removed. It's also set to launch far sooner than you might expect, with the revitalized campaign scheduled for tomorrow, March 31st, and it's expected to retail about $30. The remaster was $24.99.
$24.99 is what it's at.
Okay. Because it's saying in here $25
Euros. 25
Euro?
euros.
Yeah.
It's
about $30
it's been
US.
It's been said today it's gonna be $24.99 from what everybody's been hearing. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The remaster was leaked previously thanks to the ratings listing on a South Korean ratings board after having been rumored to be in development since the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 in 2018. Files pertaining to the remaster were data mined out of the last patch for Call of Duty Modern Warfare over the weekend, before the trailer and release date leaked on PSN in Germany before any official announcement. The remaster includes... Okay, good.
I was going to say, you really didn't have to read all this, but I mean, that's the
next part's kind of important.
Oh, go ahead.
So the remaster includes only the campaign of Modern Warfare 2, which continues the story of Soap McTavish and Captain Price and features an infamous no Russian mission. That kind of sucks for me because I felt like Modern Warfare 2 was the best multiplayer.
Modern Warfare 2... Well, here's the thing. The reason there is no multiplayer in it is because Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer is basically in Modern Warfare, the new one. And what I mean by that is basically all of the good maps that were in Modern Warfare 2 are now coming to Modern Warfare. So there would be no reason for them to do that.
I mean, I just loved running around with akimbo shotguns and fucking those 1977 shotguns or whatever.
So this is a cool story. We don't have to talk about this a lot because this has obviously been talked about for a while. But what I can tell you is here's what I think. If nobody knew, there's a pandemic in the world right now. A pandemic that's making people stay home. I think Activision's been done with this for a while. I think this has been done. I think because this has been leaked for a while. It has been rumored, so say for a while, since the Call of Duty 4 remaster came out, 2 years ago, something like that, when Infinite Warfare came out. This has been talked about for a while. I think this has been done and it's been shelved, trying to find a right time. And Activision looked and was like, we don't really have a lot of games out right now besides obviously Modern Warfare. Why don't we just put this out there and see who buys it and try to make some money off people? And the fact that everybody's in home, they'll probably get it if they love this game. I mean,
that makes sense for them suddenly just dropping it.
Because if this would not have dropped here, because every May normally is when Call of Duty is shown. Usually May is when Call of Duty is shown. Usually it's leaked on Kotaku first, and then it's shown here. And then it's shown wherever they're at normally, first shown. So is the normal schedule thing. It's really weird how that happens all the time. But if we were in a normal world now, where coronavirus didn't happen, we were still going to work, you were still going to school, all this good stuff, this probably would have been shown in May. Like, hey guys, when you're while you're waiting for the new Call of Duty, hey, here's this out today, type thing. But now if they release this, if they surprise release this tomorrow, that's cool. That's good for people that love that game.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. Adam, anything? Did you play Modern Warfare 2?
12. I did.
Okay.
Played it, loved it.
That was probably my until I played Modern Warfare, my favorite campaign.
Yeah.
As of 12:55, it is not out.
Oh, well, it's probably 10 a.m. It's probably a 10 a.m. type thing.
Yeah.
Because
it's the 31st, Michael.
Yeah, but it's probably a 10 a.m. type thing. That's if it's coming out tomorrow. It's still a leak technically, so there ain't no telling if it is going to drop. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. There was also a meme today that I seen from the person that leaked this, that said that had like a cat face, like a frowning cat face that was like sitting in bed, and it said waiting for the Modern Warfare 2 remaster so I don't look like a dumbass. And it was the guy that leaked it. So well, I don't know. We'll see. All right, Adam, move on to this next one for me, if you wouldn't mind. This one is this one's a funny one. I don't know how this got turned out, so I don't know if there's been any update in this. I've been checking because I was very, very, very hilarious to look at this. Of course, it sucks. It sucks for Microsoft, but I'm gonna have to try and see if I can find an update. But go ahead, Adam.
This comes from IGN from Jordan Oleman. And he reports that Xbox Series X graphics source code reportedly stolen, being held for $100 million ransom.
$1 million. $100 million.
A hacker has reportedly stolen the Xbox Series X graphics source code and is holding it to ransom. The news arrives through a blog post on the AMD website where the hardware company explained the situation. We were contacted by someone who claimed to have the test files related to a subset of our current and future graphic products, the statement reads. Accordingly to the report from Torrent Freak, this stolen data was found in a hacked computer and includes source code for AMD's Big Navi and Arden GPUs. The latter is rumored to be the Xbox Series X 12 teraflop GPU. That's just insane.
It's here's what I'll say. It's a funny and not funny thing. It's a funny thing because of the obvious thing. It's just fucking funny. It's fucking funny when you read it, but then it's not funny because it's like, man, fuck. Even during all this shit, we got to deal with this bullshit. So it's just a thing I wanted to touch on. I found it. I try to have a funny story in this kind of stuff, so I just wanted to go ahead and touch on that. I haven't seen an update on this, so we're gonna see how this goes. I want to see.
My question is, how does this guy think he's gonna get $100 million and get away with it?
I can tell you that he probably will, and the way I can say that is because if he's an actual hacker and he's a good hacker, like anonymous type level, I'm pretty sure they'll fucking pay. I mean, because if it took them, think about it, dude. Think how long it took AMD to build that code. Like, they're gonna want that shit back. The problem is, how do you know this guy didn't copy the code and now he hasn't going to sell it to other places? Right. That's the problem. Because that could easily be something. I'll tell you, if I was to do this, that's what I'd be doing. Because it'd be like, hey, I'm getting more money out of this. How can I do? But why? Hey, NVIDIA, look what AMD built. Type thing. And that would be because that would be the first person I go to because that's their biggest competition, obviously. Yeah, man, it's just fucking funny. It's just a funny story. I've been waiting to see an update, so I'm gonna try and find an update on it. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it next week. John, would you please read this story about GameStop, please?
Sure. This story comes from GameSpot and was written by Steve Watts. So, GameStop has announced plans to close more than 300 stores in 2020, though the retailer was careful to note that this is part of an ongoing plan and not a response to recent trends, aka COVID-19. Chief Financial Officer Jim Bell announced that the closures during the company's latest fiscal earnings call. Specifically, Bell said that the closures this year will be roughly similar to the closures in 2019 when it closed roughly 320 store locations on net. GameStop currently operates roughly 5,500 stores around the world.
Which was a heck of a lot more than I thought they had.
Yeah, they had. Well, I mean, think about how big. I mean, when GameStop was in its prime, dude. When GameStop was in its prime back in the late 2000s, early 2000s, I am pretty sure GameStop and EB probably had somewhere close to 10,000 stores at one time, if not more. I mean, because think about it, the used game market was so huge, dude. I mean, what were you doing as a kid when you wanted money, when you couldn't make any money? Oh, if I go sell these games to GameStop, they're going to fuck me, but damn it, I can get some money out of them. And you could easily fuck GameStop. I mean, it was pretty simple. My brother sold his Xbox to GameStop, and the power supply was definitely fucked up. Not,
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it would turn on for just long enough for them to check and see if it worked. So he definitely fucked them. It's you could do it. I mean, it just depends. But I mean, it's not right. But yeah. So I mean, this is just a thing I could see happening. I think that I don't believe Mr. Bell here when he says this is not part of the ongoing plan. I don't believe him with that. I do believe that this is due to COVID. I do believe that COVID will. I'm starting to believe COVID will shut GameStop down. I believe this is going to be the death of GameStop,
especially if it pushes back those consoles.
Yes, if that was the thing I wanted to talk about, but there hasn't been anything really to talk about with it. If consoles do get delayed, here's my thing. I don't think consoles are going to get delayed. Here's what I will tell you. China has talked about some of their warehouses have been going back to work, some of them. I don't believe the consoles are going to get delayed. I think it's going to be an Xbox 360 and Wii situation to where the consoles are going to come out in a limited number because they're going to want those consoles out there. Software wise though, games wise, different story. I don't know what's going to be out there for that. I do think we're going to get like, there might be 20 to 30,000 PS5s out there, or 20 to 30,000 Xbox Series X's for a while. Oh, and then the next month, hey, we got 10 more thousand we can put out there. We got another million or something like that we can put out there. That type of thing. Kind of like that's how 360 was for a long time, and the PS3 was. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking that's what's going to happen with that. So, yeah.
I remember waiting in those lines trying to get a lottery ticket to pick up a fucking PS3 or an Xbox 360.
So I skipped 3 days of school to get my 360. My stepdad let me. I love my stepdad. My stepdad let me stay at Best Buy for 3 days straight. The guy I was second in line. Best Buy had seven Xbox 360s with a hard drive, because at that time they had the arcade system and they had the one with a hard drive. I was going to get the one with the hard drive. They had 7. I was second in line. I was there for 3 days straight. I stayed there every night, and the dudes behind me were some college kids that fucking looked out for me. They were older college kids, so they were pretty cool. They were just drunk the whole fucking time, but they talked to me about stuff. The guy in front of me was an old guy buying one for his grandson. Super cool old guy. So I don't know if anybody remembers. There was a gentleman from breakshit.com. There was a guy from breakshit.com that would go buy a brand new console or something. So, and then he would break it in front of the crowd. Mm-hmm. So he would walk out of the store and break it in front of the crowd. So I was there. He paid me I only had enough to get the console. I wasn't even going to buy any games. And at that time, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter was what I wanted. This dude gave me $200 to get in front of me. I was second in line, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a console anyway. Fuck yeah, get in front of me." Actually, I said no to him technically, and then the guy behind me, one of the college kids, was like, "Bro, just let him get in front of you. Take that $200. You're gonna get a console no matter what." Best advice I ever listened to from this dude, because I got $200 out of it and I got my console, which red ringed 7 times, but it's okay. I love that console. It's my favorite. It's my favorite console of all time. My 360. Yeah, man, it was a funny story. That guy came out and broke that goddamn 360 with a sledge. Man, I have never seen so many people riot and want to beat this motherfucker. I remember that shit happening multiple times. It was weird that he was in fucking Lakeland Best Buy too, because the dude's from like Washington and he came to Lakeland Best Buy to do it. He was crazy. The one off 98 over there, and it's crazy to see that kind of stuff happen. But it was a funny process, because he gave me like $200. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that 200. Let me get that money. Give me the money.
Nice.
So anyway, guys, we're going to hop into this next one. I'm going to read this one first. So a cool story came out this week. It's not real big. Epic Games, well, it's actually pretty big. Epic Games Publishing announces, this is coming from epicgames.com, Epic Games blog, I guess, if you will. Epic Games Publishing announces partnerships with Gen Design, Playdead, and Remedy Entertainment. So Gen Design is The Last Guardian. They made The Last Guardian. Playdead made Inside and Limbo, and then Remedy, of course, made Control. So Epic Games is announcing a new platform, a new multi-platform publishing effort with developer-first approach. Gen Design, Playdead, and Remedy Entertainment are the first partners to announce relationships with Epic Games Publishing. The Epic Games approach to publishing fundamentally changes the developer-publisher model and aims to have the most developer-friendly terms in the industry so that a creator can focus on making great games. Once again, Epic is being great to developers. I'm going to read some of the things here. So this is what the developer is going to get out of this contract. Full creative freedom and ownership. Developers retain 100% of all intellectual property and full creative control of their work. That's fucking huge.
Damn.
Fully funded projects. Epic Games Publishing will cover up to 100% of development costs, from developer salaries to go-to-market expenses, such as QA, localization, marketing, and all publishing costs. Once again, fucking huge. 50-50 profit sharing. Developers earn a fair share for their work. Once costs are recouped, developers earn at least 50% of all profits. Once again, Epic showing Fortnite money they have and showing that they are for developers. That is fucking huge. I think they're doing this type of shit because they've been developers for so long and they know how it feels. So seeing them do this type of shit is so fucking cool, especially for small places like Playdead and Gen Design and Remedy. I mean, Gen Design, of course, I didn't like The Last Guardian, but a lot of people did. So you could get more stuff like that. You could get more stuff from Playdead. Inside and Limbo are two games that could have been Game of the Year. You could get more stuff from them. Of course, Remedy coming out with Control being our Game of the Year, our personal Game of the Year last year for ADHD Gamer, and being Game of the Year for a lot of other outlets last year. It's really cool to see Epic doing this type of stuff. I just threw a story in to talk a little bit about it, but it's just really cool to see them do this type of stuff. And I mean, it just means that we may get some more control. So just to let you know, by the way, guys, with that story, Remedy has two games they're working on right now: a big AAA game, and then they're also working on a smaller game.
Life insurance has never been a number.
God damn it, GameSpot. And they're also working on another game. Pretty sure, could be wrong, most likely wrong, but I don't think I am. AAA game is probably going to be Control 2 or some kind of formative Control, and I think I lied. Smaller game is going to be some kind of Control game, and I think the AAA game may be something new, Alan Wake. I'm waiting to see, but I'm thinking that's what it could be, because it'd be cool if they could bring something with Alan Wake back. But yeah. So that was just a cool one. We ain't got to talk much about it. Just want to throw that one out there. Actually, I will say that what Epic's doing for those developers, though, is really cool when it comes to them keeping 100% of the IP. That's probably the coolest thing I find of that, because think about it, when you have publishers and stuff, they always want to keep the IP, right? It's very cool to see them do that type of stuff for them. Next one, we had a Nintendo Direct Mini this week that just dropped out of fucking nowhere. This comes to us from Chris Pereira over at GameSpot. I'm just gonna try and remember what I saw in that. So they basically 2K announced it was about a 29-minute runtime, and 2K announced Borderlands collection, BioShock collection, and also XCOM 2. We're gonna be coming to the Switch. Smash Ultimate's next DLC fighter was shown. It's gonna be a fighter from ARMS, but they said it won't be shown yet. Burnout Paradise Remastered was shown there. Let's see here. Saints Row 4 Reelected was highlighted there. And that's going to be there on March 27th. There's going to be a closed beta next month on April 9th for Vigor, and Trials of Mana releases on April 24th. In May, you're going to get Warhammer 40,000, and Elder Scrolls Blades and Minecraft Dungeons are due out sometime this spring. In June, you'll get Mr. Driller Drillland June 25th, and then Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 on June 30th. They also showed a little bit from Fuser, which is from Rock Band Maker Harmonix. And then there was a montage at the end that really showed Nintendo showcased King's Bounty 2, which is coming in 2020, a free-to-play action game called Ninjala. It's going to be coming in May. Catherine Full Body on July 6th, and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition May 29th. Yeah, man, it was a fun little direct. It wasn't real serious, but 2K was the main part of this. 2K showing off BioShock. It's going to be all 3 games, of course, in the collection. And then, there was also an Animal Crossing update. There's gonna be a bunny, some kind of Easter update for Animal Crossing. So yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was a cool little direct. It wasn't nothing serious, but it was. I mean, it was cool just to see. I figured I'll highlight it a little bit. And then our last story. So this one hit me last night as I was laying in bed. I seen these on Twitter. So Final Fantasy's on. This was from the official Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter. Final Fantasy VII Remake may be dropping earlier than usual. I'm gonna read these two little graphs here we got from Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is coming from the devs. The Final Fantasy VII Remake team have worked extremely hard to make this game. We are incredibly proud of what you are about to play. Our biggest motivator during the development was that so many of you were willing us on, and we felt your enthusiasm and passion every step of the way. We had some hard decisions to make during the final few weeks before launch due to disruption to distribution channels caused by the spread of the COVID-19 virus. These unique circumstances have made it very difficult to align timing of our global shipping. Our highest priority is that all of you, including those who live in countries currently facing the biggest disruption, can play the game at launch. So we made the decision to ship the game far earlier than usual to Europe and Australia. As a result, there is a greater chance that some of you in these regions will now get a copy of the game prior to the worldwide release date of April 10th. For other Western regions, including the Americas, copies will be shipped this week, and we feel optimistic that most of you will receive the game for launch day. However, due to the challenging situation, we cannot provide delivery dates for each country and each retailer. We really want all of you looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Remake to play the game on April 10th and experience everything we have been working on together. To everyone, we would like to ask one big favor. If you get the game early, please think of others and don't spoil it for them. We know there are potential spoilers that have been out there for over 2 decades, as the original Final Fantasy VII was released in 1997. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is a new game that still has many surprises for everyone. All our fans and players deserve to experience the game for themselves, and we ask for support of our dedicated community around the world to ensure that. On behalf of the entire development team and everyone around the world that has worked on Final Fantasy VII Remake, to you all, thanks again for your support, and most importantly, please stay safe. That comes from Yoshinori Kitase and Tetsuya Nomura, which are the producer and director of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So basically what this is saying is that Europe and Australia is going to get the game before we do over here, most likely. I don't know how to feel about it. I've waited so long for this. Yeah. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm kind of okay with it to an extent. I don't really pay attention to and watch videos of games being played, so it really doesn't hurt me any. If I have to for a couple days, I just stay away from the internet. Because I don't want to know anything new they've added to this game, because they've added so much new shit to it. Obviously I know what happens in 7. I've played it multiple times, probably 12 or 13 at this point, but I don't want to know what's new. I do want to see what's new on my own. It's cool they're doing that for Europe and Australia, because I think we would get the game before they would technically, which is really weird because technically Japan's closer to them than it is us. But yeah, still cool. It's still cool of them to do this type of stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to new releases. I'll start it off, John, then Adam. The Complex for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, March 31st.
Curious Expedition, PS4, March 31st.
Get Packed for Stadia, March 31st.
Adam said get packed, by the way. Operencia.
That's what I said.
No, you said get packed. I don't think anybody understood that.
It almost sounded like a request.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, if you want to get packed, I'm sure we can find out how to do that. Operencia. I got a dirt dick over here for you. Operencia, The Stolen Sun for PC, PS4, and Switch on March 31st.
Persona 5 Royal, PS4, March 31st.
2 Point Hospital, Sandbox Mode, and the Superbug Initiative update, PS4, Xbox One, Switch.
Did you say the date?
I didn't hear it.
March 31st.
Okay, I was going to say, we definitely didn't hear
I think I read it in my head, and then shit, that's the day.
Okay.
I'm like, I didn't even see your lips moving, bro.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was like, okay. Totally reliable delivery service for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, April 1st.
Curious Expedition Switch, April 2nd. Deja vu.
Aeolus.
Aeolus. I was gonna say Aeolus.
Aeolus.
Aeolus could be a good one.
Aeolus tournament. PC Switch, April 3rd.
We'll just call it Areola tournament. Curious Expedition on the Xbox, April 3rd.
Hyper Parasite, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, April 3rd.
Resident Evil 3, PC, PS4, Xbox One, April 3rd.
I can't wait.
Awesome. All right. So, John, why don't you tell these people, why don't we hop into Budget Gamer and tell these people where they can save some money?
Alrighty. So this is what is officially it is March 31st, and these are the prices and games that you can get right now. So cdkeys.com has PS Plus 1-year membership is gone down to $36.89, which, if you know, is $60 typically. Switch Online 1-year membership is $18.69. Resident Evil 3 plus DLC for the PC is at $44.99, which has gone down. Doom Eternal PC has gone down to $36.89. Death Stranding plus DLC for the PC has gone down to, or has stayed the same at $51.19. Cyberpunk 2077 PC, $44.99. And God of War PS4 is $8.69 right now if you want to pick that up for the PS4. Epic Game Store has until April 1st, which is tomorrow, so you may not have seen this by yet, but Figment for the PC, Tormentor X Punisher, Drawful 2, and World War Z will be available till April 1st. And starting April 2nd to April 8th, Gone Home for the PC and Hob, which I have no idea what those games are. But so up until tomorrow, all Half-Life games are still free to play. Stadia Pro hasn't announced anything else yet that I have found. Xbox games with gold, Batman, The Enemy Within, the complete season is available until today. Shantae Half Genie Hero, Xbox One, is available until April 15th. Sonic Generations is also going out today. And for the month of April, they're going to be having Fable Anniversary Edition and Project Cars 2 for the whole month. Let's see here. Game Pass released on March 26th, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. And on March 24th, they released Bleeding Edge for both PC and Xbox One. Let's see here. I'm going to skip some of those. PS Plus has Shadow of the Colossus from March 3rd to April 6th. Sonic Forces from March 3rd to April 6th. And coming soon on April 7th, Dirt Rally 2.0 and Uncharted 4 Thief's End will be available until May 4th. Twitch Prime I don't have anything for Twitch Prime anymore except for the month of March, which is Fury, Bomber Crew, Epistory, Typing Chronicles, Mugsters, and Whispers of a Machine.
And I actually believe you can't get those anymore. I think yesterday was last day.
I don't think you can. Yeah, I think it's done. And that is pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
So, yep.
All right, thank you for that. Guys, let's hop into a topic this week. So I chose a topic that's kind of with this whole COVID, kind of us sitting at home type thing. We ain't got to stay too long on it. Let's just get some spots. So, actually, yeah, let's hit some spots. So, with Resident Evil 3 coming out, of course, it's a pandemic type game. I chose another one that I really wanted to talk about. So in May, a very small title, not many people have heard about, is The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be coming out. So the question I have is, should The Last of Us Part 2 be delayed again because of the way the world is right now? I want to talk a little bit about this because this is a big thing in the industry right now, and a big thing I hear multiple podcasts talking about it. This should be delayed. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and throw your 2 cents in. And then I'll go ahead and go.
Hard stop. No, it should not be delayed.
Just because you want to play it does not mean it's the right thing.
No, not just because I want to play it, because I won't pick this up until a month or two after.
That's because you're broke. That's because you're a broke bitch, but that's not the point.
Correct. But no, I don't think that a video game that has been months and years in the making should be delayed just because of something that's out now. At that point,
100% agree with
should the Division 2 servers go offline because it deals with a virus pandemic that fucked the population?
No, because
No.
it's already out and people could technically just stop playing it. There's a different story there.
And people can just technically not buy The Last of Us 2 if they don't want it.
You are totally correct, yes, but it's a whole different story because I think this is going to happen. I hate to tell you.
That would be such a bullshit reason to do it.
I think Sony will. The thing is, I don't think it's going to get delayed, but I could see Sony being like, you know what, it would probably be a PR stunt to do this.
No.
I think they'd get more
that.
flack for releasing it late than on time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Like
That just
what?
never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut. Go ahead.
I mean, listen, I get like people want to be sensitive and everything else like that, but
I don't think this is really a sensitive matter at this point. I mean,
if that's what we're talking about, we're delaying it because of coronavirus. It has to do with being sensitive.
I don't see that as being sensitive. I see that as being you're in a point of whatever it is.
The game has to do with plant zombies.
Well, I mean, like, look at what they did back when 9/11 happened. They canceled a bunch of movies that had anything doing with a plane crash.
Yeah.
Like this is, to me, this is the same thing. They're trying to be sensitive to other people and how they might feel about it. But at the same time, you are literally fighting these fucking plant zombies and this infection, and you're dishing out what they fucking gives. Maybe that gives people motivation and makes them feel good because they're actually fighting against something that they can't fight while they're at home.
Right.
I feel like that's a more positive spin on it rather than let's just fucking drop the whole thing and postpone it because people might still be, upset and might not buy it. I feel like, is that where you're taking it? How are you taking it?
Adam?
Mike.
Oh,
I'm hard stop. No, it should not be delayed. Is my opinion.
I mean, here's the thing, man. I don't think it should be delayed either but I'm also saying that because I want to play it. There is no other reasoning, and I am being very selfish of saying no, it should not be delayed because I would like to play this. I'll go ahead and tell you, I am being selfish at this point. Fuck everybody in the world. Everybody can die. I just want to play this game. If I'm honest.
I want to get it done before I go.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know how long I have to live. Maybe I don't come out before the new release date happens. I'm just saying, because of this whole situation and The Last of Us 2 being a lot of people for some reason seem to think Resident Evil is closer than Last of Us Part 2 or The Last of Us period. No, because The Last of Us is pretty much like if you played the first Last of Us, excuse me, there have been multiple people, I'm sorry, in the country and in the world saying that like the tents and stuff, this is the pandemic tents and the tents that they're like the tent areas where people can go get tested and things of that nature in certain parts of the world, certain parts of the country. Those things are fucking real. And you look at that type of shit, and then you look at it, and you play The Last of Us, and all that stuff looks the exact same. You've seen stories, you've heard stories, you probably heard people talk about it. Like I said, I don't think it's going to get delayed. I don't want it to get delayed personally because I want to play it. It's already been delayed once. Technically, I should have already beaten the game because it should have been out in February. They need a couple months to work on it. Cool, whatever. It's just a thing. I think of like it's a PR. It would be almost be a PR stunt or move. I disagree with you saying that they would take more shit for delaying it. I disagree with that because there would be a lot of people that would be like, you know what, you're right. I don't need this right now. Because of this situation, because there are a lot of people that are taking that. And you could say what you will, but then you don't think about, you're thinking about your own thoughts and your own non-sensitivity. Right. Because I'm also thinking that way because I am not sensitive to stuff either. Because I'm not a please everybody in the world, not talking to you two, everybody of our listeners, if you are I'm going to say this and I'm going to take shit from it. You can at me at TadPhoenix on Twitter. I will fucking argue with you. If you're a snowflake and you're a bitch and you take shit sensitive, then take this how you will. I'm not that, so I don't care. I will play this game because I can take it as a video game. There is a difference. There are people that can't do that.
The source matter, and that's just because I know the game. I don't feel like is close enough to what's going on in the world.
I mean, I feel like Resident Evil is a little closer than fucking this, for sure. I mean,
Nah,
a fucking virus that's being spread. I mean, it's zombies, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And that's why I said Division 2 or Division, because that's literally
Division's the best example.
because it was a virus. How was it not?
It's a virus, but it's not. But the thing is, it was killing people, not fucking turning them. That's what we're talking about right now. It didn't turn anybody into zombie. You were killing people.
What?
Division?
That's what we're talking about. We're saying that
Division was definitely not a zombie
coronavirus.
Game.
Correct,
right?
And that's what I'm saying. The Division is closer to real life because it was a virus.
Division 2, yes. Division 2, yeah, or Division period, yes, is probably closer to yes, because Division started with the money thing, which is technically like. I'm sorry, you were probably way too young to understand what this is, but there was a thing called anthrax that we got back in the day when I was younger that I was not even allowed to go to my mailbox because my mother told me not to. That was a thing that happened. That is what the Division to me is closest to.
Right, because it was a virus passed through
money or mail or something that was in that thing. Yes.
Yada yada yada. You know, the green poison, and it turned people. You know, they killed them, and so with hospital tents stuff, let's run through Division 2 through the streets of DC. You know, I'm sure it looks close enough to how things are in real life right now, and that is more closer to home than Last of Us Part 2, which is years after all this shit went down and people living in shanty towns trying to rebuild and fighting off zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So, personal opinion, no, shouldn't be delayed, not close enough. Once again, my own personal opinion.
I don't want to say it's not close enough. I just want to say, it's still a virus. Either way, any one of these games that we look at had something to do with a virus. Resident Evil has something to do with a virus. Division has something to do with a virus. Last of Us technically has something to do with a virus. Take it how you will. All these games have something to do, like Pandemic, or not Pandemic, what's what I'm looking for? Plague Inc., for instance. You know, that game has been out for over 12 years. You can't just take that game off the market. You can't. It's like Division 2. You can't just drop multi-millions of players at that point. No, you can't do that. We're talking about a game that is not out yet. We're talking about a game that is still technically, I don't even know if it's gone gold yet. That it normally goes gold 2 weeks before release. The release is, I believe, sometime next month. So it's normally 2 weeks before that. So yeah, I mean, I don't personally want it to get delayed. I don't personally think it's going to be delayed. I just can see I could see Sony being sensitive to some people. If that's the word we're looking for, sensitivity. I could see them being sensitive to some people and saying, hey, you know what? We understand this is a fucked up fake workout we got going on right now. Yeah. I could understand them saying, hey, this is a fucked up thing going on right now. Or take it, maybe take a, I don't see them doing this, but, if they took a poll of everybody in the world and said, hey, everybody go do this poll. Should we release this? Yes or no? And people, if they got the majority of a no answer, I think Sony would go with that. And not even, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know anything, obviously. But personally, I don't, and once again, selfishly, I said everybody could die earlier. I don't want everyone to die. I just selfishly want to play this because Last of Us is a top game for me.
If Sony came out and was like, hey, we're pushing it back due to concerns of production or spreading the virus because people going out and buying the game, completely understand. If they come out and say we're delaying it because it's too close to source matter, then that's just, once again, my opinion, fucking stupid.
I agree. I don't think that's even enough. Not even close, like you said, not even closely enough related to do that. It is what it is.
But then once again, we get with it's not close. I'm not saying I want it delayed. It is technically still a virus. It is close. You can't say it's not. It is.
But I think the whole zombie aspect takes it to a step into fantasy, where Division is.
How you know zombies are fantasy? We had zombies in Miami not too long ago. You ever heard of bath salts?
That wasn't actually bath salts. That was actually meth. But
they were smoking bath salts. Yes, they were.
No, they actually came out later and found out that it was meth. But
I'll tell you what, you go smoke some bath salts to prove this then.
I don't need to prove anything. I'm just saying later they found out that it was actually meth. It wasn't bath
No,
salts.
you need to, because I don't care if anybody else wants you to. I want you to prove that you can smoke bath salts and not become a
I
zombie.
don't want to fucking smoke bath salts.
Okay,
Fuck
then you
that
haven't.
shit.
Then you've proved
that
my
shit
thing.
is
You will turn
bad
into a zombie.
for you.
You will turn into a zombie.
But listen, I'm not saying anything you said about like it's a virus. Okay, that there's a lot of fucking viruses out there. We're talking about like something that specifically mirrors our situation to where it might strike something in somebody and go, oh fuck, man, this is makes me feel like shit. Or
the thing
worried
is,
about my grandpa that died or whatever.
the thing is, I don't know if this is. I don't know if when people are talking about this, because the reason we're talking about this now is because there have been multiple conversations, and the conversations that I have heard have mostly came down to. It's not the zombie thing, right? So minus the zombies out of Last of Us Part 2. Minus the zombies out of Last of Us, minus the zombies out of Resident Evil, right? Minus that. Mm-hmm. It's the pandemic situation. It's the quarantine situation. It's the, hey, we're quarantined, we're at home. Of course, I'm not. I'm out working.
Mike, check your levels on OBS.
My levels are fine. I'm looking at them right now. Why?
Okay. I'm hearing some kind of popping every little bit, so sure everything was good.
Am I cutting in and out?
You're not cutting in and out, but there's like a popping behind everything you're saying, and that's cutting.
Oh well, then it's probably gonna fuck up. So this will probably need to be. We'll see how this goes.
I'm not noticing any popping.
Okay, cool. It might be okay. I don't know. We'll see. But no, what I'm saying is take all that away. Take all the zombies away, right? Take the clickers in Last of Us. Take the zombies in Resident Evil away. It's the pandemic thing. It's the people killing people over stuff. It's the of course, none of that is happening in the world right now. As of right now, none of that is happening. But I could definitely see a bitch killing somebody over some toilet paper right now. Eventually, like I'm waiting for the day where I hear a news story or see a news story pop up on Facebook. Lady gets life for killing so and so over toilet paper. I'm waiting to get that story. It's that's what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I probably should have said that in the beginning. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to being close to source, is the fact of maybe not the zombie part of it, because of course that's, like you say, fantasy. It's pretty much not real, right? But yeah, that's what I meant by that.
I mean, like, if there are scenes of mass hysteria in the game, yeah, I can see that a little bit more. But in the end, it is what it is. So I still disagree with it fundamentally.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I don't think it will be delayed. I don't want it to be delayed because once again, it's in a point of what do they call that? What did I just say? Selfish. It's in a point of selfish because I do want to play it because I do love the game. We'll see. I mean, I once again, I don't think it'll get delayed. I just thought it'd be a fun conversation for us to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it's a good conversation to have. I just think that what if May comes around and we still got this shit going on? Like, we still are quarantined or whatever, things get a little worse or however, and this game comes around and everybody's looking forward to it. All these gamers are like, fuck yeah. Hey, listen, guys, this isn't really the right time. Fuck you. We want it. Give it to us. We need this to entertain ourselves. I think that's
I can
how
tell
that would
you
go.
we haven't even hit peak yet here as of March 31st. And I can tell you this is still, I believe this is still going to be around come June 1st. I believe this is still going to be around come July 1st. Because we haven't hit peak yet. So, yeah, so we'll see.
I agree.
Hopefully it's not. Adam.
Hopefully.
Adam, yeah, hopefully it's gone. Adam, go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go in with Adam's fun facts.
Adam's fun facts.
I'm gonna make a jingle for that.
I'm gonna jingle my balls for that.
Fuck yeah.
So
Fun
continuing with my
Adam.
fun facts of my fun fact this episode being about Nintendo. Fun fact, according to the 4th page of the Super Mario Bros. Instructional manual, It states that one day the kingdom of the peaceful mushroom people was invaded by the Koopa, a tribe of turtles famous for their black magic. The quiet, peace-loving mushroom people were turned into mere stones, bricks, and even horse-filled plants, and the mushroom kingdom fell into ruin. So when Mario goes around breaking all these blocks, he's actually killing people.
You motherfucker. Why would you hurt me like this? I feel like a shitty person now.
It gets better. The horsehair plants that they spoke of, if you actually look them up, they look eerily similar to the flower power-ups.
Horse hair. I need to watch how I fucking Google this.
Horsehair mummy cap.
What is it?
Horsehair mummy cap.
MUMMY?
Yep. Cap.
CAP?
Yep.
Yes, you are correct. Okay.
Looks like the firepower. So
yes, it does. Okay.
Oh,
Mario is eating people and having some really bad acid reflux.
Wow. Mario has turned very cannibalistic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
In the TV show, he only held the flower, though. So this makes it a little more fucking depressing.
Give me another Mario movie.
It's called Mushroom Kingdom, and he's eating mushrooms. So.
Give me another Mario movie starring Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito? Really?
Let Danny DeVito be Mario.
I don't know about that.
Listen,
I mean,
I just saw Danny DeVito in Jumanji 2, and that was a little rough.
Let Danny DeVito be Mario, and let William Dafoe be Luigi.
I would pay good money to see that.
Or hold on, I need to look this movie up before I already know it.
Why is Mario and Luigi so old? That's my question. Both of those people are old as fuck right now.
Somebody needs to give me a what you call it? What is the fucking movie that Dan DeVito made? Hold on, give me a minute. I'm fucking losing it right now. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds.
Matilda?
No, keep going.
Well, he was in Batman.
No,
and he
definitely
was
not that
in
Twins.
Twins.
That's the one I was thinking about. Somebody needs to give me a remake of Twins with him and Arnold.
Oh, dude.
I've
heard that they were talking about it for a little bit.
Because they're both old and fat now. So, because Arnold's you're even starting to see Arnold's steroids come out of him now. So, let him, Arnold's still fat with abs. So, let me see both of them now as twins. That would be hilarious.
You know what I'd love to see? That movie, but Dan DeVito is raising The Rock as Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
The Rock?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it.
Can we go with John? Can we go with John Cena?
Why?
Rock is Samoan.
And
John Cena's a white dude.
But we don't know where those female legs came from inside Arnold.
True. True statement. That's true statement. True statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go there. We could go there.
I'm just saying. I think we could go there.
Rock will be on for that. He would probably do it.
I think that's a really smart idea.
All right, gentlemen. Well, you can go ahead and take that, but make sure you got to pay us now. Fuck that. You can take that idea. You got to pay us now.
I'm gonna go to Paramount and set some shit up, or whoever did it.
I don't even know who did that movie. All right, cool. Gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here at the ADHD Gamer. This was episode number 38. I got a couple titles. I got to figure out what this is going to be called. So once again, guys, you can find us on all podcast services for audio listening needs. You can also find us at Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at ADHD Gamer Podcast. Once again, guys, I'm pretty sure I speak for these two wiglets, as I like to call them, the wiglets of mine. Why are you looking at me like that?
I just a wiglet.
Oh yeah, sure, a wiglet.
Okay.
Or would you rather me call you a piglet? You can be my piglet.
No, I don't want to be called
exactly.
a piglet.
See, I didn't want to call you a pig at all because you don't do that anymore. So I didn't want to call you that.
I don't do that shit anymore.
See,
I ain't fucking bacon.
That's why I said
Fuck
wiglet.
that.
That's why I said
well,
wiglet.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, I was trying to think about your sensitivity. See, there's that word again.
I'm
I was
such
trying to
a
think
sensitive
about
person.
Your sensitivity and your snowflakey. I was trying to think about it. You're welcome.
It's true.
You're welcome.
I'm thinking about getting one tattooed right here.
You should get a big snowflake right there. I'll do it for you if you want.
No, I don't do that.
I'll put "Let It Go" on it.
Let it go.
And so no, but guys, please bear with us. I'm pretty sure I speak from both of them when it comes to please bear with us. I am doing this episode right now. It is 1:40 in the morning. I have probably almost fell asleep 3 times. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm about dead. I've probably got 4 hours sleep every night since we've been working through this nonsense. I'm pushing about 13 days straight right now. I'm tired. It's been fun, guys. But yeah, please bear with us. We're going to do this when we can, when we have time. So if you see it on a random Tuesday, don't feel weird. It's just kind of what happens. Yeah, you guys got anything to say about that?
No. Just exactly what you said.
Of course. Once again,
exactly what you said.
Once again, guys, remember, yeah, we're going through a hard time right now. Everybody be safe. Wash your hands. Clean your fucking ass. Clean your feet. Don't be eating nobody's ass unless it's clean ass. And just make sure you're being safe. I mean, it's a simple process. Tongue Jonathan's butthole if you want. It's somewhat clean sometimes. He likes it, by the way. Don't let him lie to you. He likes it.
Yeah, I mean, it's never happened to me before, but I feel like soon is the day. Soon is the day.
Just make sure you have consent.
I'm gonna miss.
Don't just go in there blind.
What do I need consent for? They're going into my asshole, not the other way around. What do you need?
What I'm saying
is me for fucking consent.
Exactly. Make sure you get your consent.
Nobody needs your consent.
Well, I mean, technically, if we're talking real life, no, nobody needs my fucking consent. They can just bear me down and fucking take it over.
I'm gonna message Samantha right now. So
please don't. She'll do it.
I'm going to message her right now. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to hold that ransom. So, guys, once again, bear with us. Thank you for if you're still listening to this right now, which is probably somewhat of 30 people. Thank you. We did a little thank you last week, and of course we didn't get to release it. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for sticking with us. And yeah, we're trying. It's been a cool situation doing podcasts, listening to over 100 hours of podcasts a week, and seeing everybody work from home and seeing everybody deal with these same problems that we deal with on the weekly basis is a cool thing. To see that, okay, it is normal for even professional people that do this professionally to deal with problems like this. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool to see that, and really cool to see, okay, we're doing something the right way. So thanks everybody. And John, Adam, you guys got anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
I'll just see you later, ADHD gamers.
Nope, you guys have a good one.
All right. So in the end, I gotta try. We ain't done this in almost a month, so I gotta try to remember how this goes. But guys, ADHD gamers, it's been wonderful. And with that said, may the force be with you.
Always.
I have spoken.